Hello, friends. We're gonna kind of dive into Citizen Sleeper 2 quite off the bat because, like, we got started a little late because work things are obligations that exist. But I appreciate you all being here. I hope you all had a good weekend and all of those things. Thank you all for being here when we did our college talk on Saturday, and literally every waking moment in between, I have been playing Dead by Daylight. I made a color coordinated spreadsheet, y'all. It's so pretty. It's so cute. And I love it. And that's why I want to keep playing Dead by Daylight, because I just want to see the colors change. I just want to see the colors change. We love conditional formatting. Dude, conditional formatting has changed my worldview, okay? And also just seeing the colors update in, like, real time, like, hello. We might play Dead by Daylight later this week on stream, just because, like, I'm itching to play it on stream. Also because I just got the Valentine's themed skin for Trickster, and I need to play as him on stream now, cosplaying as Trickster as we play Trickster. Like, we need to do it. It needs to be a thing. So, Susie's struggling over here learning how to say plus. I got water and coffee, ooh, the world is right. And still have a headache, probably. Maybe some water with your coffee, feel better soon, though. Yes. Jazzy also got zoomies while I was in there, so that was fun. LOL. I maybe make some hot chocolate. I don't know. We're still waiting to see if the university is calling, like, a work from home day. We're not sure. Boss said that we should prepare to work remote tomorrow, so I am prepared to work remote. I mean, I was already going to work remote, but I am prepared for us not to exist tomorrow, but we shall see. I'm not sure when they're going to make the call, though, just because, let me check now. The snow is not supposed to start until around 10 a.m., so I'm not sure when they're going to make the call, but we shall see. But I work remote tomorrow regardless. Who needs spelling when Trickster is a possibility? Very true, very true. I mean, I already look pretty fly as Trickster, if I do say so myself. So, like, yes. Yes. Grace says not exist, they mean play DBD all day. No comment. No commento on that one. But we're gonna get started and play some Citizen Sleeper. So, game recap. So we are playing as a sleeper. Who would have thought? So we're playing as a sleeper, and we were originally the bad guy's plaything. Take that what you will, interpret that how you may. And we, with our friend, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, we escape from Laine, who is the bad guy of this game. And we ended up at the Hexport station, and we were kind of trying to find our way off the station. We did end up escaping, and there was apparently, like, a Death Star blast that blasted the station into smithereens. So now we're on the opposite side of the Starward Vector, or, like, on a very, like, distant part of the vector, where we find Bliss, who is in the first game, which is really cool. So we're kind of just chilling with them, but we just got here, we just found out about everything. Our friend is injured. We kind of came out unscathed, but the last thing we heard was Laine communicating to us somehow over a frequency. Be like, oh, is that you in the sky? My little sleeper, my little pet project, ooh woo. And all of us in chat are like, we want to go back to him because he's hot, and we love a hot villain in this household. So that's kind of where we're at. We got a taste for a lot of the game mechanics last time, so I'm very excited to actually be fully out of tutorial phase and get to fully immerse myself in the story. We also did meet a girl. I don't remember her name off the top of my head. Also, glitch dice. Yeah, I have no idea what to do with these fuckers now. I actually don't know how to fix them. But we're here on this rig, which I don't remember what it's called now. Rig undergoing repairs. You cannot travel. Oh, but I just wanted to know the name of where I am. Where are we? Oh, we're on the Far Spindle is where we're right now. If Evil Waiha accidentally trips in front of it, he would probably step over you, though. I am also still eating dinner, technically speaking. Okay. Okay. Oh, it moved so he stepped on me. I mean... Okay, so we can help the residents. Underhand residents couldn't afford to rent further up, so they came here to build their own units. They always did need repair work. Underhand grew organically, unit after unit built onto each other by refugees and new residents. This makes it a tough place to explore. Oh, that sounds actually kind of cool. Let's go up here. Okay, so rig will take 4 cycles to complete. And Laine can't follow, so for now we're safe. Okay, so we technically have 6 cycles until something happens, so that's good to know. Also, the frame, like, the screen on here looks jittery for Citizen Sleeper for some reason. I want to know what this is. Okay, so these are the docks. Vast and filled with freight haulers and stevedores. Not an easy place to wander. Looking around the pinnacle docks without getting in someone's way is hard. It takes fortitude to explore among the chaos. And we could study the manifest. With so much freight flying around, it seems safer to cozy up at the terminal and study the manifest to learn this place. Ooh, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's interface. Ooh. Okay. Floating mega building in Cyberpunk. Yeah, I love all the shards coming off of it, too. That looks really interesting. As you glide through the pinnacle docks, you hear shouting echoing down a corridor. You tentatively change direction, your eyes fixed ahead as the passage widens out into a large bay. Others rush past you, heading towards the commotion. Your eyes are drawn by the bay's vast viewing window, which is currently being spattered with glittering shards of ice. Oh, so is that ice? In front of it, a dock worker is shouting to anyone who will listen. Spacers! Workers of the Far Spindle, we need your urgent assistance. The water carrier Springtide has suffered heavy damage in its transit from Wellspring. He takes a breath. All able hands, we need you to help secure the cargo. Without this water, Far Spindle will struggle to support you. He looks desperately at the crowd. Please, any who are able to help, please make yourself known. Behind him, a corona of ice ejects from one of the tanks, drawing a pale halo around the ship. A handful of experienced-looking spacers push the crowds towards the front, and dock workers start to direct them to nearby bridges. You watch the scene unfold, hesitant in the face of making someone else's problem your own. I love how in this game we're going to multiple stations to set the same station. Me too, me too. Can we not fix it? It looks so pretty. I think this is the ice. I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, because I think that's this is the damage it took, I think, right here. Ooh, wait. Secure the Springtide. Wait, where's that? Spindle core. So we can explore the core or chat to crews, but wait, where's the... Wait. Wait, oh, there's minor quests. Okay. Water hauler has a ride, needs help to secure. Okay, so we need to help with repairs somehow, but how though? Okay, wait. Where's my... Where is my guide? Glitch is represented by the glitch clock to the right of your dice. You can have a maximum of 6. Glitch is a penalty you gain from repairing dice and from Laine's attempts to hack your system. Each level of glitch you gain will increase your chance of rolling a glitched dice. Each time you roll a glitched dice, you clear 1 level of glitch. A glitched dice has an 80% chance of negative outcome when used and 20% chance of positive. May also gain permanent glitch, for example, when breaking all your dice on risky difficulty. Your number of permanent glitches is represented in red on the glitch clock. Permanent glitch is not expended when a glitch dice is rolled and cannot be fixed or otherwise removed. Oh, okay. I think I get it now. So every time we roll a glitched dice, so we have 2 of them, we clear a level of glitch. So I think we just have to roll 1. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. How are you? Okay, I need something that's going to be super low-key. Super, like, not risky. Something super passive for me to do to test this theory on. Let's see. What happens when we do this? Oh, get a positive outcome with a glitch dice. Sweet. And we did find a new thing. Ooh, we found Nemba's kitchen. Folding clothes fun. I mean, hey, folding clothes means you are 1 step close to your laundry being completely done. So I will take that. The glitch dice is going to be more of a challenge. I would imagine so, especially with difficulty scaling. Spend too much time with everyone in the kitchen, but he does notice those who do good work. Ooh, earn a meal. Oh, this is safe. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, we're not hungry yet, though. We're not hungry yet, so I think we're okay. Wait, hold on. Each time you roll the glitch dice, you clear 1 level of glitch. But I only had 1 level. What? Okay. Let's chat to the crew. I want to earn money. Ooh, discovered a new location. Gaia's Gyre? Order a rack, which is a seaweed-based liquor. Or we could buy kelp cakes. I want kelp cakes. Seem cagey, but spend enough time with the local bar and they'll warm up to you. Oh, wait, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, let's go back to the Spindle docks. Let's interface again, why not? Ooh, we found a location. Oh, we found the spring tide. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm not sure what to do with this other glitched dice, so we're kind of gonna retire for the day. You're stressed when not on a contract. Okay. Oh, recovery failed. Oh, okay. And cycle. I want to leave the station. Seems like home. But, like, we have to because we're still technically on the run. Okay, so after tomorrow we'll have no glitch, I think is... We're gonna have no glitch dice. Okay. So, okay, let's... earn a meal. Let's do that because this is safe. If we don't, it's fine. Negative outcome, we still got energy, so we love that for us. Okay. So, let's go... here. And let's interface. Okay, yeah. And then let's do that again. Nice. Okay. We'll keep working on that. Let's go here. Let's see. Ooh, we discovered another location. Signal Station. A signal chaser facility. So we can... Signal Station searches for signals in the Far Spindle's local regions. Sorting them is too much work for the crew. Or align arrays. Signal Station makes use of the network arrays. Synchronizing them is specialist work. Oh, this is actually a lot of stuff we can do here. Let's interpret signals. Oh, we got cryo out of that. Nice. Okay, good night. Bedtime. Good night. Good night. Ooh. Hello. You wake to the sound of blaring proximity alarms. You quickly unstrap from your bunk and dizzily glance around. Laine? Bounty hunters? You kick off and glide to the door. As you do, Bliss pops their head around the corner. Sorry, they seem a little sheepish. In all honesty, it's not my fault. Your wiring's all backward. Takes you a moment to understand what's happening. You set yourself against the door frame. Sorry, I'm just a little jumpy. I get it. Bliss looks down. Didn't mean to wake you. It takes you a while to get ready and drift down to the mess to see what's happening. By then, Bliss has turned off the alarms. You find them unspooling wires from a hatch you've never previously noticed in the mess's ceiling. Sorry again, Sleeper. Their voice comes through the ceiling panels, muffled and dull. You settle on a stool, neatly tucking your legs behind the crossbar. How are you doing? Me? Bliss's muffled voice echoes around the room. I'm working. A pause. Helps keep my mind off things. What things? Bliss spins deftly, holding their legs into the open ceiling so that from your perspective they're hanging upside down. That's actually kind of cool. They give you a look. Do you really want to know? Yes! Yes, I do. Seraphine! Our other husband. The not evil husband. A yawning Seraphine drifts in. He looks between the two of you, amused. What are you both doing up so early? You and Bliss exchange amused looks. What? Seraphine asks. You didn't hear the alarm, sir? A totally chill-looking man. Yes, with the little bandage on his nose. He shrugs. Heavy sleeper. He drifts over to the mess's cupboards to hunt for some breakfast. You turn back to Bliss, but they have disappeared back into the ceiling panels. Before long, the mess is filled with the shrill screech of a power tool. Seraphine looks totally unaffected and hooks himself onto a stool, lazily sucking at a ration pouch while he taps away at his slate. The screech finally stops. After a while, you kick off from your stool. Time to head out. Bliss rushes after you, stopping you in the passageway before you can leave. I have something I want to show you. Bliss leads you to the main corridor into a corner of the ship you don't remember visiting before. You come into the room with the low, sloped ceilings, a single round window illuminating some neat tool storage, and a workbench set into the wall. Look, Bliss begins. I'm no specialist, but I'm a quick learner and good at repairs. They smile, and I think you have need of me. They glance at you, at a tear in the thick vinyl skin of your arm. Can I take a look? Sure, buddy. They smile and lead you towards the workbench. They turn your arm, looking at the tear from all angles. They reach over to the workbench and take a small sealant gun from the rack. You look at the setup. It's basic, but it looks clean and well organized. They gently close the tear with sealant, pressing the edges together so it closes up neatly. After they're done, they release your arm and you can barely see the scar. Bliss admires their work. See? They smile. I know it's more serious than the tear. Bliss folds their arms, but I can handle it. They turn and search through a set of metal drawers for a moment. Here, they produce a couple of carefully machined, pristine components. Was saving these for an important job, they wink. I guess I just found it. Bliss pushes the components into your hands. Take them. When you're ready, come up here and we'll fix you up. These are a rare find, though. In future, we might have to make do with something lower quality. They wince. You could find scrap components at most scrappers' ships, like that one that's hanging around in the underhang. The better the components, the easier they'll integrate with your system. Bliss leans on the workbench. I'll do my best to keep you running. Why help me? I wonder if we could pry out information about the prior sleepers they've worked with. You're a guest in my bay, and I can't have my guests' bodies collapsing now, can I? That is also very fair. Plus, I think it benefits me if you'll be as indispensable. Bliss smiles. Let's get back to fixing the ship. They leave you in your workshop among the simple tools, considering the particular qualities of your new friend. Dice repair is now available. Visit the rig workshop above. Alright, cool. So we can repair our dice. You can only repair dice which are fully broken. Repairs require either scrap components or rare components. The better components you use, the less glitches you will suffer. You cannot repair dice during a contract. Okay. Ooh, so we can't do this yet because this dice is not completely broken. Could find it sweet if they got out the sleeper equivalent of a lollipop for being good as they are patched up. Cool. Alright. So, let's go back up here. We don't have much good dice to work with. Okay, so less energy. So we'll go back down here. Actually, wait. What's here? Passes a sleeper a sticker. Let's see. Ooh, energy. Okay. That's okay if we take some hits to our energy. That's fine. Ooh, discovered a new location. Spindle's Edge. Most of the Far Spindle workers don't like going out to seal up the new unit, so they leave that tiring and dangerous work for outsiders. Okay, we'll do this one here. Nice, and we got food out of it. Nice. Okay, and then we're gonna take this one, and we are going to interpret signals. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, back to the ship. And sleeps. Good night. Again, right in the middle as I'm eating here. Yeah, the music's also really, really good. Again, as I'm chewing on stuff. Okay. You suddenly jerk awake. A fragment is lodged in your mind, a shard of sound, of signal, a tone. It resonates like tinnitus, obviously internal, inescapable. You look down to see your hands blurred, your fingers dancing as if they were typing. Settle them. Your fingers flap like top birds. Take control. Take control. It takes all your focus to settle them. You force yourself back into them, a sensation like squeezing on a tight pair of gloves. You flex your hands a little to feel them, test them. What was that? What are you munching on? I have dinner. I got a pre-made meal from Wegmans that you just stick in the oven for like a half hour. It is cod with spinach and artichokes with like a lemon butter sauce. Really fucking good. You take a deep breath to calm yourself, but as you do, you are reminded that you don't need to breathe. It is a claustrophobic sensation that you cannot shake. You get up, push off the wall, pull on your clothes, anything to escape the dreams that hover there at the back of your mind. Seraphin drifts in casually, heading to his bunk to grab something. You can't shake the strange sensation that he has just drifted into your mind. He shoots you a glance. I said, "Are you okay?" He gives you a concerned look. You look terrible. Bro, I'm not okay, man. You mumble a response. You need to talk to me, Sleeper. Seraphin gives you a look. He sighs. I know something has happened back when we were leaving Hexport. The explosion? Not the explosion. He shakes his head. I saw it, Sleeper. Saw something change in your eyes. He pauses, looking for the right way to explain. They were cold. Fixed. I've never seen that before. He looks away. Back when we first met, I knew at once you were human. I knew because of your eyes. I'd never met a sleeper before, but I knew immediately that you were no machine. It was obvious. But then, on the rig, he shivers. I couldn't see that anymore. But I am a machine. If you say so, Sleeper. Either way, something changed. What did it feel like? He gives you a curious look. We'll try to identify it. It's a net positive regardless. You close your eyes and recall the moment. You remember Laine's voice, the rig hot and close, the numbness. And then you see it glittering in the non-space of your mind, thin and bright like spider silk, a thread, a connection between your mind and something else. You open your eyes to Seraphin's expectant face. You try to think of how to describe what you felt, but words fail you. Still, you know you felt it, the invisible hand of a signal linked to your mind, and the thought makes you shiver. Hi, Mary. How are you? Sleeper, sweetie, I know we are a little traumatized, but everything is okay. We need to get you checked up. We need to know what's happening. Seraphin gives you a stubborn stare. This isn't just about you. But where, though? I've been asking around. Seraphin's face is set with determination now. There's another station near this one. Flotsam. Flotsam? That name rings a bell. It's a mess, an accumulation of wrecks and docked ships. But it also houses some of the best artifacts in the wash. We should go there as soon as the rig is ready. Okay, thank you. Flotsam, I believe, is the group of ships that came in the DLC of Citizen Sleeper 1, I think. He cares about us? He do. Look, he pauses. I know I don't know what it is like to be a sleeper. I understand there are things you can't tell me, can't show me. But I do know how fear can keep you from doing what you need to do. I'm not gonna nag you about it, he sighs, but it needs to be done. Space Husbando cares. He passes by you as he leaves the bunk, squeezing your shoulder as he does, leaving you to your thoughts. You finish getting dressed, feeling your body, its strangeness, even though you wish you didn't. At the very least, you think, you need to find someone who could stop you falling apart. Maybe Flotsam is not such a bad idea. You push the thought to the back of your mind. There's a cycle ahead, and the rig isn't ready. When it is, then you'll see. Ooh, new drive available. Something is wrong with your body. Beyond the damage you have sustained, you need to find someone who can tell you what is happening to you. This is literally going to be the plot of Cyberpunk, isn't it? Like, there's an engram implanting itself into our brain, isn't it? He stays in that outfit for the rest of the game. I love that outfit so much. Probably not, but I wished as well. Okay, let's see. Let's continue helping with the spring tide. Damn. Damn, damn. Damn, damn, double damn. Okay, yay, that had a really good outcome. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's align some arrays. Nice, we got cryo. And then let's wander all the way down here to earn a meal and pray. Oh, we got energy out of that. I'll take it. I really like this time around with Citizen Sleeper that we don't actually have to worry about like our status breaking, because that was something we had to worry about in the last game. Also, I really hope Seraphin maybe becomes a love interest. That would be actually kind of fun. If love interest is even a thing in this game, who knows? As you drift lazily down to the ship's mess, you hear raised voices. You steel yourself for a moment at the entrance and slip inside. Seraphin sits, hooked onto his usual stool, his slate glowing beside him. He is shaking his head as you enter. Bliss, meanwhile, is floating freely and gesticulating sharply as they explain something important. I don't see why not. Bliss chops at the air. It's not like you have an alternative. We could get the cryo. It'll take time, but we can get it. That was the deal. Seraphin speaks calmly, trying to placate Bliss. Sleeper! Bliss spots you entering, and they turn to Seraphin. Let's see what Sleeper thinks about it. About what, though? They both fall silent for a moment. Seraphin sighs. The rig's ready, Sleeper. Bliss gestures around the mess. I fixed it. Hell, I've improved it. She's purring, thanks to me. Now, wouldn't you say, having done such an incredible job, I deserve to be paid properly for my work? A calculated look crosses their face. A refit and retune like this would typically cost my clients hundreds of cryo, even if I was feeling charitable. Seraphim sighs loudly. He knows where this is going. See, I could make you pay, but maybe you could even scrape the cryo up, but not without taking a contract or taking the ship off station, leaving me in the lurch. Oh, wait, is Bliss suggesting we take them with us? Because I'm here for that. I'm so here for taking Bliss on a journey. We wouldn't do that. Seraphim starts, but Bliss holds up a hand to shush him. Shush, peasant! So I have a proposition, one that clears the debt completely. They pause. I will turn around the open side of this little bay of mine and join up with you. You keep me in the work, give me my split, and give me transit to wherever you are headed. I'll keep the rig of yours working for free. They shrug. What could be better than that? Hell yeah, I'm here for this. Us paying and being on our way with no hangers on. Seraphim folds his arm and looks at you. Tell them, Sleeper. Actually, we could use their help. Bliss grins at Seraphim. See, Sleeper gets it. You can use my help. I'm an excellent engineer, a tidy shipmate, and half a decent chef. I'm done with Far Spindle. I'm done not taking not enough jobs for not enough cryo on a station where I know nobody. They pause, satisfied. You're welcome. Seraphim holds up his hand. Look, we appreciate, but we are on the run, Bliss. Trust me, you are better off here. He gives them a serious look. Even telling you this could put you in danger. Bliss pauses, then they start laughing. On the run? They shake their heads, smiling. You expect me to be scared off by that goofy shit? No, Bliss, it's true. It's true. They seem fun. Bliss is so great. Bliss is in the first game, and they're absolutely... I love them. And now seeing them in the second game makes me love them from the first game even more. My headcanon is they're a lovely triangle polycule. Yes! Oh my god, yes. Bliss just shrugs. The system is at war. This belt is spiraling into a crisis. Everyone's got something. I know you were at Hexport. Seraphim looks at them with open mouth, searching for a retort. What happened there? Who's to say it won't happen here? I'm not sitting around watching this all play out any longer. They take a deep breath. Something has to give. Bliss turns to Seraphim. Look, you've done your due diligence or whatever. You're on the run. I've been warned. I accept the risks. That's it. At the end of the day, your ship is clamped into my bay. So unless you know my encryption protocols, there's not much left to discuss. Seraphim shakes his head. They've a small smile crossing his face. They've got us there. He looks at you and then at Bliss. Looks like we've gained a crewmate. He unhooks from his stool, but I'm moving to the engine room. He drifts off towards the bunks to gather his things. You and Bliss exchange a nervous look. Sleeper, welcome aboard, bestie. Bliss smiles and gives you a half-hearted mock salute. You leave Bliss in the galley and head for the cockpit. The rig is ready to fly again, but the question is where to take her next. Seraphim mentions Flotsam, a short starward journey from here, as a busy station where you might find an artificer to help diagnose your glitches and errors. Sunward, meanwhile, is the Helion Gate, an abandoned and uninhabited megastructure left over from the Solheim days. Maybe good for salvage, but not an easy place to survive. And beyond that, well, as they say, the belt is wide, and at least for now you have a functioning ship. Hey, okay. Unlock the belt map. Go to the map and press the belt button. Travel to other hubs and discover new parts of the Starward belt. Okay, so map. Oh shit! Oh my god, this is fucking huge. This is so big. Okay, so this is Dark Side, so we can't go there. Scatter Yards is the cluster shipyards. This is the Hollow, the Green Belt, the Helion Gate, debris fields, we shouldn't go over there. Flotsam, the ice fields, and then Wellspring. Wait, so, but where was Hexport, though? I want to know where Hexport is. Wow, this is so fucking cool, though. That's so cool. Holds both of their hands like, weep, weep, weepo. Okay, so we have roughly one more day here, roughly, give or take, before we should be fleeing the scene of the crime, as the kids might say. Oh shit, we're hungry! Fuck, we're hungry! Oh god, that's not how far I wanted to go. Ooh, okay. The Far Spindle is an exhausting place to find freelancers. There's no shortage of spacers here. The corridors and bays throng with crew inbound and outbound, or between contracts trading stories, contacts, and materials. But whatever language, appearance, or code identifies someone as worth signing on with, you don't seem to have it. Perhaps it's because you are a new face or are noticeably unsure, or perhaps it's because you are a sleeper. You push the thought to the back of your mind and instead focus on what's in front of you. The vast cylindrical tank at the center of Gaia's gyre. Given the fact Sleeper just ordered 4 wraps and ate them on a limited time. Bitch, we were hungry, alright? The first time you enter the bar, you floated open-mouthed, much like all the new arrivals do at the sight of the huge kelp stack, the biggest you'd ever seen. Even now, your eyes fixed on the fronds of seaweed that wave in the circulating water. Beyond the curve of dirty glass, you find it impressive. You take a sip of the harsh saline-scented rack from its magnetic vessel secured to the bar. As you suck on the straw, your eyes following the shifting fronds, you hear someone clearing their throat beside you at the bar. I honestly thought this was gonna say Yun Jin from fucking Dead by Daylight, and it was about to be like, oh shit, what is she doing here? No, it's Yujin. Hypnotic, isn't it? The voice is low and rumbling and comes from the large figure on the stool next to you. The fluorescent lights behind the bar glint in his eyes, shining up into his wide, rough face. I've heard talk you're hiring. The figure turns to face you. You don't recognize him, but in the shifting light of Gaia's Gaia, this isn't surprising. And you are? Yujin, currently freelance. I thought the same, I almost choked. He turns on his stool and leans back a little. The effect is clearly meant to impress you on his size, and you have to admit, it works. Served on a whole slate of crews out of the spindle. Cutters, mercs, extractors. He smiles and places a broad hand on his chest. Broad skill set. Good work ethic, sense of humor. The full package. Any references? He raises an eyebrow. You run a crew or a corp? He laughs. Ask anyone. They know Eugene is an honest worker. He taps twice above his heart with 2 fingers. A sign you don't know. I'll run anything out of the Far Spindle. I'm tough and quiet, and you won't need to worry about me. He folds his arms across his chest. What kind of work are we talking about? Before you can answer, a voice echoes out from behind you. Eugene! You look over your shoulder from the source of the shout. Busy as ever, I see. Vesna. A cold and hardened captain. I like their design. A group of 3 spacers drift up behind you, one of them placing a heavy hand on your shoulder. She is fitted with matte metal optical implants, and you cannot see her eyes. The caustic light from the tank plays across her face. Yeah, the hand on the gun, though. Too busy to keep in touch, she sighs. I really don't like it when I have to come and find you. Vesna. Not Vecna. Again, I guess I really just want to go play Dead by Daylight, I guess. Eugene nods politely at her, not betraying any strong reaction. Do I look like I'm socializing? He shakes his head. This is a meeting. I mean, that hair. The hair is also pretty interesting, too. Oh, a meeting. Vesna squeezes your shoulder. Is that what this is? Yes, Vesna. We are talking about your delivery, in fact. Eugen smiles widely. My friend here is being very helpful. He shoots you a knowing glance. We're gonna stay silent because, like, we're gonna be leaving soon? Like, I don't know if we can do anything else. Eugen shoots you another glance as you try to cue you in, but you ignore him. Vesna looks irritated. You know, Eugen, I am pretty tired of this whole act. She gestures dismissively at him, but in the end it doesn't matter. She drops her hand from your shoulder to your belt. Your eyes follow it down, and you see a dark, boxy shape. A weapon? You either deliver by the deadline or you don't. And when you don't, she smiles tightly. I'll be happy to take you through the consequences. Until then, she shoots you a final glance. Chat to whoever the hell you want. Vesta and the two spacers flanking her glide out of the bar, and Eugen watches them go with little emotion. So, Eugen smiles returns. You were about to hire me? What was that? Broski. This man is sweet, but sweet we have somewhere else to be. Yeah, I also, because, like, I don't know, like, when the clock runs out for, like, the ship, like, I'm not sure if that means, like, we can't come back here. I'm assuming we can, because it seems like a lot more open world-esque. So I'm assuming we're able to come back. But I don't know if I can come back by the deadline, bro. I'm not sure. I accidentally bit my lip. Vesta? He shrugs. She's just trying to rush me, that's all. I won't be working with her again. He pauses, choosing his words carefully. Of course, I can't talk about the particulars. You understand. Vesta just wants to scare you off. She likes to cause me trouble. Eugen looks away out of the door of the bar. Let's not let her. He pauses in silence for a moment, still looking away. You try to get a read on him, but his face is blank. Only that his glittering eyes hint at some rapid internal activity. He turns back to you and meets your eye, a sudden shift in his manner obvious. If you need crew, you need to work. If you need work, you need cryo, is that right? He doesn't stop for an answer. Well, I can offer both. Hard work and a good contract with a good payout. You take me with you on this job of mine, and we split the take. He looks down, thinking, hell, if you do, I'll consider signing on long term. He smiles. Think of that. No more recruiting. Vesna means spring in Ukrainian. Oh, that's interesting. I love that. Interesting. The cogs in the brain are going, which is not good, but also good. In whose brain? Your brain or his brain? Whose brain? I don't want to say what's the job and as like a way to like fully commit to the job, because I just want to know what it is. Salvage. He leans in. I know of a wreck untouched by the local crews, which recently turned up in the wash. It's just a little sunward from here, but its disabled transponder makes it invisible to anyone who doesn't know it's there. Hard to squeeze the location out of a contact, but I'll share it with you for a straight split. Take me and your crew and we'll claim it all. It's going to be a good payout, he winks. A really good one. Something tells me Vesna might be a thorn in our side later on, especially with Laine. Yeah? What's the catch? Eugen frowns. No catch. He leans back and looks around the bar. Happy to take the offer elsewhere. I just felt like you were the right captain for this one. I'll be ready to go whenever you like. Eugen pauses. As a show of good faith, I'll also fly out with you on any job from Far Spindle, but I'm not leaving the station with you yet. Not until we get my first job done first. After that, we can talk flying together. No need to rush into it. He shakes your hand firmly, his palm rough and pitted, then turns back to his drink. You slip out of the bar, looking to see if Vesna is nearby. You don't spot her among the passing crews, but you can't help but imagine eyes on you in the bar. You shake it off, having become familiar with the feeling of being observed. What matters is you have found yourself a crew member and a contract. Whether either will come good, however, remains to be seen. Ooh. Wait, we had things update. Oh. Okay. So I'm okay with lower level triangle polycule, not a square. Yeah, not a square, unfortunately. Okay, let's get this going. You watch from the docking bay's viewing windows as they crumpled. Vast hull of the spring tide is finally welded shut by a score of bright torches flickering against its side. Ooh, Malik. Experienced water hauler captain. Okay, I do need to go to the bathroom. So, but we will be back to continue talking to Malik after our 5-minute break. So don't forget to do self-care things. We might play for another hour or so because I really do want to go play more Dead by Daylight before the night is out. But we'll be back in 5 minutes. So don't forget to do self-care things and we will be right back. Hello, friends. Welcome back to more Citizen Sleeper. We're probably going to play around another hour or so. Just because your homegirl wants to go play more DBD. I want to go play more. I want to go play more of the game and fill out my pretty little spreadsheet that's so colorful now. This is what I get for not playing Dead by Daylight for like a week. And then I play like, oh, I gotta play one game this week, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly one game turns into like 35. So like, oopsie. Not my fault, but kind of is my fault. But yeah, here's the upcoming schedule, which is probably not updated. It is not updated, but that's okay. Tomorrow we'll be playing Life is Strange Double Exposure. Saturday, as of right now, is to be determined, but we might play Dead by Daylight either on Friday or Saturday. Still up in the air about that. Monday of next week, we will be playing some After Love EP, which is a new game from Fellow Traveler that we are going to get to try out, which is very exciting. But right now, we are talking to Malik. Everywhere I look, I see a crisis. Wait, everywhere I look is like a quote, isn't it? Like, everywhere I look, I see his face or something like that, right? The voice comes from beside you, and you turn to see a man floating there watching the repair work. You don't recognize him. I saw you out there helping the crew. He turns to you with a serious look. The Far Spindle needs that water. They needed it. You aren't wrong, he pauses, watching you carefully. I haven't seen you on the Spindle before. What, if I may ask, is your business here? I'm running a crew, because we ain't gonna tell everybody that we're on the run, because that's a problem. He nods. I see. I also just love his outfit and his design. Like, I want this cape smock thing. I want it. I also love the undershirt, sir. Like, this is a very nice tone of green, and these pants, like, these colors probably don't normally go together well, but I like them. I want these. Springtide is my ship. His face remains impassive. At least I am her captain. I do not own her. The Lodic Syndicate, my employer, was the one to put her into service. Glad to meet you. He bows his head gently. You have my thanks for assisting with the repairs. We were caught by some autonomous convoy munitions. He looks out with his ship. The Wellspring Run is getting more dangerous every cycle. And after Hexport, he pauses, I do not expect things to improve. You both quiet for a moment. The loss of the station is still inspiring silence in anyone who mentions it. Tell me, Malik meets your eye. As a sleeper, do you feel you have advantage over others, or does your particular condition provide only weaknesses? I'm not answering that. There are many downsides. He nods. Of course, but you are stronger, hardier, more capable than most humans. He gestures toward the Springtide. Your work on my ship only evidences your abilities. You far outperformed even my own crew. He looks to you, angling his head in deference, in conditions that are usually deadly. Sadly, despite even your good work, our losses have been great, and the administration at the Far Spindle are not happy. We are to be impounded here until the Lodic Syndicate fulfills the agreed water freight. He frowns at the crumpled-looking ship. This war continues to pressure the belt. What will you do? This is where you are needed, Sleeper. Malik folds his arms. My crew tells me you have a ship, you have workers. This is what I need. As we fled from the Conway attack, our navigator registered something of great interest. A water-rich asteroid, one I believe is previously unknown to the syndicates. He comes a little closer. For now, I have sworn him to secrecy, as I must you. But if this asteroid could be surveyed, its value confirmed, it would more than make up for the shortfall of the springtide. He pauses thoughtfully. So, we're gonna let him continue. I want you to survey the asteroid for me. It is a simple enough job, but its location so close to the end of the wash is problematic. However, you have shown yourself to be very competent. If you are careful, there is no reason you should have problems with Conway, or any other hostile party for that matter. Hostile party? Malik shrugs. The wash is where the orbits of the inner system and Starward Belt conspire to bring vessels, objects, and all kinds of wanderers together. It is a territory of opportunists. I will, of course, reimburse you with a portion of the fee the Far Spindle administration are withholding from me. 250 cryo is my offer. How will your employer feel about that? The Lodic Syndicate only cares that its water is delivered and its fees paid. I am free to make sure this happens in a timely and efficient manner as I see fit. Malik passes you a thumbnail drive. Here are details on the tests I need you to run for the survey. A sample core of ice from deep within the asteroid should give you enough material to work with. Oh, well, what a delivery. You notice a member of the Springtide's crew waiting quietly at a distance, and Malik nods to them discreetly. This is a delicate matter, Sleeper. Survey the rock, and on your return, broadcast the results to my personal terminal. The frequency is in that data. He pauses, meeting your eye. The results go to me. Only to me. Then, once the matter is resolved, you will be paid. I am needed. He nods to the crew member. But I expect you to have all you need. He pauses. I have enjoyed watching you work, Sleeper. Impress me again. And with that, he bows a little and drifts away to meet his crew member. After watching him go, you turn back to the Springtide, still impressive despite being scarred with curls of ice and shiny with fresh welds. You imagine any captain of a ship like that has been through a lot to get to where they are. They make them a valuable ally or a dangerous adversary, depending on where you are. You hope with Malik you can find your way to being the former. Ooh, where is this one? Ooh, okay. Interesting. I mean, like, I'm here for it. It's more of like a, like, okay, how long, like, honestly, I'd rather do his contract first than Eugen's. But that's just me. Because technically we have one more cycle here before we probably have to leave. Earn a meal. Ba-doo-da-doo-boo-boo. Because I also wonder, like, where do we get supplies here? Like, we don't have supplies? He seems more legit versus the other guy who might end up on our remains splattered on a wall. Yeah, really. Ooh, okay, so we can actually still do stuff here. Oh, we did actually get that stuff here. Oh, nice. New location discovered. Scrapper ship. Buy scrap component. Process raw scrap. Okay. So we could buy scrap, but we can't buy fuel or supplies here. From my understanding, at least. Let's see. Anything else we can do? Oh, look at the little ship. location discovered. Oh, this one. Ooh, a bar shift. Oh yeah, so like this is definitely meant to like we can come back later. That's the vibe I get. So like some of these things like we can definitely do later. Let's explore the core. New location discovered. Trade hall. Oh, yay! Okay, finally, yay. Okay, cool. We can... Let's fill fuel. And let's fill supplies. Sweet. Cool. I was waiting for that. Okay. Demise has put a barrier between Darkside and a Far Spindle. Laine can't follow, so for now you're safe. So I wonder what happens when this clock runs out. I wonder if it's gonna make us leave. Let's see what happens. Let's uncycle. Something flickers in the back of your mind. You have to stop to blink it away. It is a tightness behind your left eye, an aching point that refuses to move. And then the voice begins, hissing through the background noise of the rig's systems. A new whine amongst the chorus of the life support and ventilation. It's husband! It's the villain! It's our boy! It's our cutie patootie! I'm waiting for him to, like, one day show up, like, dressed differently than how he normally does. Hello, sir. I'm happy to see you. Sleeper. The hiss brings Laine's sharp features to mind. I suppose you thought that you'd slipped my net. So I guess every time the cycle clock runs out, we're gonna get an interception from Laine? Is that how that's gonna work? Hexport jumps into your mind, an image of the station immolating in white light, though you were not conscious to witness it. You are distant. His voice hisses into white noise, but you are not free of me yet. I'm coming, sleeper. The hiss drops, and I will retake control of what is mine. The closer I come to you, the more you will feel it. Oh. Laine moves your finger to tap your forehead in here until you can't resist. A bright smile, pale eyes, a growing hiss that hurts. Then the hiss is gone, the rig suddenly quiet. The stinging tightness diffusing behind your eyes, but the fear remains. Okay, so he somehow has like an engram inside of us. He's inside of us. Hot shirtless men are my weakness. Wait, no, come back. I don't think Laine blew up Hexport. I don't think that was him. 'Cause Sleeper, we were on Hexport. If he wants us back that badly, he wouldn't risk blow us up. Unless if like he knew we weren't there anymore and was sending it as like a sign of like, you need to listen to me. But I don't think that was him. Sleeper, you good? Seraphine is there, floating by your berth. You were talking. Something is wrong. Seraphine looks away. We will find what you need. He sighs. Just keep going, okay? He squeezes... I should have told him Laine is coming. He squeezes your shoulder. We can do this. We are fast and smart. We keep moving. We don't stay anywhere for long. Oh, okay. So I guess the clock down timer is kind of a, like, okay, you have this many cycles before you need to go to the next station. And we find a way, somehow. You nod. You do not know how Laine is able to reach into your mind like this. How is he able to speak to you? But you want so desperately for it to stop. You must find out what he has done to you before it is too late. You must stay ahead of Laine at all costs. Laine is hunting you once again. His progress will be tracked by the hunt clock. If this is filled, he will catch up with you. It will increase once every cycle you spend in a hub. However, each time you travel, the hub will reduce by 3. If If you keep moving, you can stay one step ahead of Laine. Oh. Interesting. So technically we could stay here for a cycle. Okay, but we gained 3 glitch. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 glitch dice next. Okay. So let's finish out here at least. Let's get everything we need here, like, done. So next time we come here, tend to stay here for 8 cycles. No. We're definitely moving on. We're gonna move on. The Far Spindle lives up to its name, its tall stature making it a real effort to travel from end to end. The local solution to this problem are the transit tunnels, massive tubes bolted onto the outside of the spindle that allow for rapid passage from bottom to top. As you find yourself in one of these cavernous passages, bulky cargo haulers rush by you. You start to wonder if braving them is worth the effort. Back up! The shout rattles down the bare transit corridor like a gunshot and is rapidly followed by a crunching impact. You spin back, pushing yourself against the side of the wall cylindrical passage. As you do, a hauler glides past, sending a rippling wave of air across you in its wake. Cadet? I think? But you look cool. A spiky airbike courier. I'm kinda okay. I vibe. When the roar subsides, you hear a string of expletives? Yeah, expletives. Coming from nearby. A spiky-looking figure clutching some oddly shaped open-frame object gestures wildly at the vehicle as it glides away. Dickhead! She spits an impressive glob of saliva down the tunnel, and it spirals in 0G. She turns to you in anger. You see that? Tried to slam me into a wall. Total dickhead. She nods firmly. No shit. Haulers hate us. She sniffs and looks you up and down. Not supposed to be in transit without a vehicle. She squints. Not like I care, but maybe you do. What about you? She shakes her open frame in her hand. What does this look like to you? She rolls one of her shoulders, stretching it out. You're new here, right? Yes. She shrugs sympathetically. Figures. Let me give you a tip. She begins checking her open-frame vehicle, tightening bolts and untangling pipes. Avoid the haulers. Dickheads. The lot of them. Especially the water haulers. Think they're better than anyone. Don't mess with the stevedores, though. They're good people. Get treated like shit by everyone else, just like us. She rapidly plugs and unplugs a series of connectors. They'll show you the shortcuts. She looks up. And never, ever get in a Spindlejack's way. She smiles, spinning the vehicle in her hand. Spindlejack? She thumps her chest. You're looking at one. She pauses, considering something. Then suddenly she reaches into one of her many pockets and pulls out a small, transparent rectangular punches with holes. Text glints within it. Reading Cadet. Stripline Express. You take it. Cadet, she flexes proudly. That's me. Stripline is my outfit. Kamal's the dispatcher. Small outfit, but we punch above our weight. Yeah, I like her. Dispatch is here in the Spindle's core, but I run the transit tunnels up and down the Spindle 10 times a cycle. You need anything moving on the Spindle? Data, tech, messages too hot for the hardline? Come find me. I'll do that. She nods. Tell them I sent you. They'll make sure it gets to me. She kicks off the wall and mounts her bike, triggering a small burst of compressed air to keep her steady in the transit passage. You hear a buzz of distorted speech from what you assume is her dispatcher. Cadet angles her head into the communicator and mutters back into it. Gotta hop, sleeper. She looks over at you and something flickers in her eyes. An idea, or perhaps just a realization. You might be able to help me with something. Package that's been bothering me. She squints down the passage. Come to the office at Stripline a few cycles and I'll show you. Sure. We'll call it a favor on account of me saving you from being flattened by a hauler, she winks. Now, you better get out of here before another hauler tries to squish you. You step back as she twists the handlebars and a burst of air sends her flying down the transit corridor at an unsettling speed. You watch her go, suddenly slightly caught off guard by her final remarks. What would a courier need you for? You turn the idea in your head over as you find a way out of the transit corridor, back to the safety in the main concourse. Interesting. Ooh, so this is the Stripline Express. Okay. Yeah, she definitely gave us her business card. Okay. And then here... Is that a tow truck? Yup, it's another tow truck. Okay. Drama at the apartment. Absolutely. And I'm saving this one because I want to get more cryo. Ooh, that actually makes us not good for that job. So we're gonna go do this. I keep thinking that if we interpret enough signals, we'll interpret a signal that, like, is bad. Okay. Ooh, okay. So... yeah, we're gonna go to Flotsam. Goodbye! It's hard to tell where Flotsam ends and the ships parked at its many docking bridges begin. As Seraphim docks with the station, you realize that the rig now looks like just another another piece of accumulated technology, one more bit of driftwood added to the raft. Oh, I'm sure there's more to it, Susie. Hi, Derple! How are you? Good to see you. I love this place. Seraphim smiles as he shuts down the engines. You never know what you'll find. You've been here before? Yeah, back when I first came to the belt. The crew I signed on used to run salvage jobs out of here. Fun place to spend your wages. Hi, how you doing? It's good to see you. You see Bliss eyeing the station with what looks like both horror and fascination. You see the seals? They point out some twisted assemblage of ship parts, total cowboy wells. They could pop any moment. Seraphim waves away their concerns. Oh, that's just the outer layer. I heard there's 6 or 7 in all, so if one fails, it's no problem. He stretches and turns to you. You've got to taste some of the stuff they grow in old Takahi. He kisses his fingers. That's the good shit. Oh, great. Bliss sighs. So many layers of redundancy and fallbacks, you have no hope of isolating a leak and fixing it. They rap on the wall of the rig. Sounds like a ship I know. Hey, we're going to defend our rig. Seraphim joins in, the two of you shoulder to shoulder. She's got you out here, didn't she? He shrugs at Bliss. No sense of gratitude. I was joking. Bliss looks a little hurt and drifts out the cockpit, shaking their head. Bliss, bless. You go to follow, but Seraphim puts a hand on your shoulder. Sleeper. He looks suddenly serious. Remember when I said about getting checked out? There are artificers all over this place. It'll take a bit of searching, but we need to know what's going on with you. He meets your eye. That's why we're here. Good. Seraphim nods. Let me know what they say. Gonna go see if any of my old haunts are still open. He drifts out the cockpit with a mock salute. Catch you later. You are left alone in the cockpit with a view of Flotsam's chaotic structure. You look over the multicolored plating. It does, you admit, have a certain charm. Oh wait, this is it! This is it! This is the entire station! Oh my god, it's so tiny! My brother in Christ, you are a tiny ass station. What the fuck? It's so tiny! Oh my goodness, it's a little baby station. They're already getting on like an old married couple. I love them. Yeah, I do too. I love them. Okay, so we really only have one option. It's the Flotsam Hub. Okay, so explore Flotsam or analyze the structure. Alright, we're gonna just, actually we'll hold on to our glitch dice for a second here. Can hold it in our hands. It's that tiny. Tiny. Ooh. The narrow escape. Ooh, take a recovery contract. Narrow escape's barman Botan has a tip about a recovery contract. For a few chits, he'll give you the coordinates. Ooh. Okay, we'll come back to that. Ooh, no location. Ferris tanker, visiting fuel freighter. Oh. Okay, so they actually sell fuel for $6 here, versus the other place sells it for $5. Interesting. Okay. Actually, wait. Let's put this one in. See what happens. New location. The old Takahi, which is where we could buy supplies. Work the hydroponics. Ooh. Oldest ship in the flotsam and now serves as a huge hydroponic farm, keeping the station alive. Shifts are always available. And we literally... we would fail so hard. Okay. And over here is buy scrap, which we don't need scrap. Let's explore. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice. Okay. We won't do that just yet. Okay, end the cycle. We're not qualified enough for that. No. Okay, we got another glitch dice, which isn't the end of the world. Back to exploring Flotsam. The chaos of Flotsam intrigues you. Passage to Passage is the most incoherent place you've ever visited. Planting, cladding, and cushioning of all kinds of conditions hides a force of wires and ducts, interfacing in ways that manufacturers would never dream possible. Rooms are crushed cargo bays, flipped bridges, and eviscerated engine rooms. Patchwork corridors are lumpen with messy welds, bending worryingly along their length. It is, to put it nicely, a total mess. It is not that you don't like it, but finding an artificer among this chaos has been more than a little challenging. The cycle searching these winding passages once more, seeing only scrap merchants and junk shops, you have begun to wonder if Seraphim had any idea what he was talking about when he advised you to come here. A sleeper. A voice cuts through the pungent air. Well, I never. Jean-Mi? I assume. You glance in the voice's direction and find yourself looking at a small booth piled with tech. Behind a fogged and scratched plastic screen is a meticulously arranged counter, the only clear spot in sight. At it, an older man with wet and wandering eyes sits neatly. Approach the booth. Jean-Mi tilts his head. I didn't mean to intrude, please. He bows a little. That's okay. He smiles warmly, almost bowing again, his hunched shoulders accentuating the movement. How? He pauses, taking care with his speech now. How are you feeling, sleeper? He beckons you a little closer. I am Jean-Michel, though please, to you, Jean-Mi. Interesting. Those eyebrows can murder? Yeah, they're pretty thick eyebrows. I love his little thing he has in his pocket. I work with machines. He sweeps a hand above his counter where you see configurations of tiny parts, mostly small ones. He smiles. I'm not great. Of course, he chops with his hands to indicate a stool with a leg bar, meant for perching beside his counter, and such is the clarity and persuasiveness of his movement that you obligingly sit. Your presence is a rare honor here. He smiles and looks down into his lap. I am sorry if I make you uncomfortable. I'm just very pleased to see you. That's okay. He looks up. Very kind of you to say. I could see your journey to me has not been easy, he says with genuine concern. You track his eyes across your body, noticing the scuff marks on your thick vinyl-like skin, the replaced and broken parts of your body, the marks of violence. You pull your jacket a little tighter. Jean-Mi folds his hands one over the other and places them on the counter. I do not know what your experiences have been, but I want to assure you that I see you as a person, a being, a soul, shall we say, as valid as any other. I hope you can trust this man. He's a friendly face and they're so rare. Yeah. You look at Jean-Mi, his own age and wear also evident. A life of precise and careful work shaping his body into a reflection of his process. You know his unconfident way of speaking, which betrays a certain loneliness, a lack of practice. It is his turn to feel observed. I understand. You are kind. The frankness of the remark takes you by surprise. He looks down at his counter and begins to take apart a tiny piece of machinery that sits there. Many years ago, where I began my apprenticeship, I would find that whenever I saw something that, was not working well, I was fixated on it and its repair. He tinkers with the parts, twisting them precisely. Of course, the belt is filled with this kind of dysfunctional detail. And so I was busy for many years with these small fixings. He smiles in reminiscence. But now I find that when I am interested in a thing that is not working as it should, he sharply twists one of the parts between his fingers, is because it might have some quality not yet foreseen or discovered. Yeah, my voice is starting to go. I've been talking a lot today with students. All of my students showed up today, which is very, very rare. I usually have at least one person not show up. So I had 9 appointments today. 6 of them this evening, back to back to back. And a lot of them were long conversations too. He releases the altered object into the air where it balletically twists in a hypnotic display, like a spinning top whose movements are totally unpredictable. Jean-Mi smiles at you watching his hypnotic toy. I can see you are in the process of becoming sleeper. He catches the spinning toy between a finger and thumb. Let me aid you in this. Why? It is my habit, he smiles, and my small offer to you. Jean-Mi's precise hand drops to a device around his neck. He deftly pulls a pair of goggles up to his face, masking his wet eyes. Hold still, sleeper. Something flickers inside the goggles, their face blank. Jean-Mi's hands play across buttons and switches on the exterior, tuning, focusing. What are you doing? Jean-Mi holds up a single stubby finger and continues to work. When the goggles are finally lowered, they reveal a look of concern on Jean-Mi's face. I think you better come inside. He kicks off from his desk and disappears. A moment later, you hear the rattle and a small bulkhead door beside the booth that you had assumed was rusted shut creaks open. Jean-Mi beckons you inside. Jean-Mi's workshop is even more cramped than you expected. As you enter, you are surrounded on all sides with netting holding bundles and bundles of terminals, servers, drivers, and cables. At its center, a padded seat and a set of articulated arms mounted with sensors and tools fill the space. The seat, please. Jean-Mi gestures as it with a polite smile. What are you going to do? Not to worry, I will only wish to examine you. It is non-intrusive. You tentatively settle on the seat, slipping your arms and feet into the straps meant to keep you from floating out into zero-G. Jean-Mi floats beside you. He looks across your body. There's no damage here. I see that. We'll get to that. But I see something else here as well. This is why you came. He looks at you solemnly. Yes. Though I never met a sleeper, I have studied them. I was lucky to acquire some materials from Essenarp some time ago, in the interest of my own endeavors. He begins arranging a series of sensors around you on articulated arms. You are pleasingly distinct from those materials. His eyes flash with excitement. Am I right in thinking you have been modified? I rebooted myself. Yes, I see that your dependency on stabilizer, on the immune recoding portion of its makeup at least, has been broken. He gives you a precise look, but that is not all. You are physically modified. Not externally, but internally. What does that mean? He carefully positions the final sensor. Your tracker is disabled, which makes it impossible for Essenarp to find you. Congratulations. He smiles broadly. But that is not all. You've been modified, yes, to also being modified as we speak. You feel a strange claustrophobia as Jean-Mi's statements. Modified? Seraphine rebooted your system, ran the recoding protocol, but that shouldn't have physically changed you. It only removed your planned obsolescence. that can't be right. So I guess I'm assuming that when Laine gets close enough, he can actually trigger something to modify our behavior so that we force ourselves to go back to him. Ooh. So that's why we have to stay on the run. Then you were not aware, he nods. I am sorry to hear that. Jean-Mi goes to a terminal and flicks a switch. Through the back of a translucent screen, you see a nodal web in the vague shape of a sitting body. Your body. These changes appear to be complex, subtle, but consistent. Jean-Mi goes silent as he taps at the terminal, the representation of your body rotating and unfolding in unsettling motions. What changes? See here. He points at a flickering representation of your spine, tracing a line towards your head. Your nervous system is growing additional nodal points here and here. Meanwhile, your emulation interface is growing an umbilical access port, though towards what end I am unsure. You instinctively reach back and touch the base of your head. As you do, the scan flickers and screeches with noise. You feel something there, growing, under your thick vinyl skin. Can you feel a lump, or is it just your imagination? You pick at it. Jean-Mi sighs and shuts off the terminal. The changes are partial, and, in all honesty, he gestures sharply at the sensors. The resolution is too poor. I need to run a full diagnostic, but for that, I would need... He drifts over to another terminal and brings up screens and screens of text and diagrams. Yes, some kind of medium to hold your suspended emulation. The access jack I can build myself, but we need to bridge your emulation. Jean-Mi speaks quietly, almost to himself. I wonder, was it something that Laine put inside the sleeper's body? I wonder... Yeah, because, like, Laine has a very vested interest in us. Like... It doesn't seem like he cares all that much of what happens to Seraphine. It seems like he cares about what happens to us as the sleeper. He also said he owned us. Yeah, so I would not doubt it if like he branded us and like put some sort of tracker or some sort of programming in case something like this ever happened. And he also has the connection. Yeah, so there's definitely something there that Laine put inside of us, and it wasn't his dick. sorry. A ship mine would be ideal for this. Ooh, we love ship mines. Would have to be high capacity, a prime ship mine, Solheim in origin. Perhaps Helion Gate might hold records of any that were in the system. He taps at the terminal. Jean-Mi turns back to you. Yes, yes, the prime ship mine is essential if you wish further investigations to be done. I will need this above all. I am so sorry to say, Sleeper. Can't you tell me more? Accurately, no. He meshes his fingers in front of his chest. It is clear that a process has begun but is yet to complete. Well, to be fair, we got interrupted in the rebooting process, so I wonder if that triggered something. Like, our system is remapping or some shit. Jean-Mi busies himself with taking down the sensors and folding away the articulated arms. As he does, you try to calm yourself. You feel as if you have worms under your skin, and it takes all your focus to not pick at the seams. Jean-Mi suddenly but gently places a hand on yours. Please, remain calm. He puts a carefully restored rare component in your hand. This can help you. Jean-Mi waits for you to fall still, then he leans back a little, relieving some of the strange intimacy of the moment. For now, our work is concluded. He meshes his fingers again and bows with a small head bob. But you're welcome, anytime. Thank you. Of course. His manner seems to have returned to something more businesslike, a humble man who knows his customers' needs. You get up from the seat a little dazed and push away into the passage. Safe travels, Sleeper. Jean-Mi says quietly, placing the promised list in your hand as he lets you back into the station. You leave dazed, unsure of how you feel about the insistence of this man's particular kindness, but most of all haunted by the idea of the unseen processes that are running within you. Part of you does not wish to know anything further, to leave this place and never look back. And another is desperate to immediately retrieve every object on this list so that you may know what strangeness is happening within you. For now, you must steady yourself and find a way to continue. Oh boy, now we get to talk to Seraphine! Oh shit! Oh shit! We got no Laine dick. This is so sad. Can we get 5 gifted, please? Seraphine comes to find you in your bunk. After Jean-Mi's assessment, you find yourself drifting back to the rig and needing a familiarity and comfort in your own ship. Oh no, Sleeper. Seraphine, you need to hug Sleeper. This is an order. Sleeper? He drifts in. You found an artificer? He hovers by the door looking concerned. Oh, we ain't concealing nothing. We're telling the whole kit and caboodle. You tell him about Jean-Mi, how he offered you repairs and ran an assessment of your frame. You describe the cramped booth, the articulated arms, the strangeness of seeing your own body atomize upon this terminal screen. Then you tell him that your body is changing, growing, in ways Jean-Mi cannot identify. That some process has been started and you do not know where it will end. You mention umbilical ports and nodal points, trying your best to remember the details of the things Jean-Mi asked you to retrieve. Seraphine grows pale and silent. He shakes his head when you stop talking. Laine. He frowns. That piece of shit has to be behind this. Perhaps. For sure. Seraphine looks stubbornly at the floor. We'll get what you need. We'll find that ship mind. He nods. A bit of work here and there, and we can make it to Helion Gate and wherever else. What about your stuff? We'll do that too. He thumps the wall. We're free, Sleeper. No one can stop us. Just say the word, okay? He goes quiet. Don't give up on yourself just yet. He smiles. Get up and get back to it. And with that, he turns and kicks off down the corridor, disappearing from sight. You wait a little while. Ow, I just bit my fucking tongue. Staring at the stained ceiling of the bunks, letting the thoughts settle in your mind. And then when you are ready, you get up and leave, dazed but with a stony determination growing in your chest. Ooh, okay, so Jean-Mi's booth is here. And then integrator offices. Ooh, engine components. Ooh, okay. So we can actually do like a wide variety of different things now. Okay. Oh, we are starving. We need foods. We need food stuff, please. Nice. Okay, and how about let's go back here. Let's do this on my dice. Oh, nice. Neutral outcome. Cool, cool, cool. And then we shall work here. Please, Sipa, can I have some more? Ooh, shit, we also got a fragment out of that. Or raw scrap. Nice. Cool, cool. Okay, wait, where is this? Let's get this contract. Ooh. Actually, let's do the stranded rig contract before we end for the night. My rig's blown its propulsion. I'm stranded on some godforsaken rock. Alma? Plushy Alma? My beloved? Alma? My little cutie? Patootie? Stranded on some godforsaken rock. Recruit care needed. We'll split haul. No time wasters or thieves. I'm armed. It's actually kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, we have enough fuel. Oh, wait. Are we not taking... Wait, do we not have Seraphine? Okay, I guess it's just the two of us. Not sure what the fuck Seraphine's up to. Keep your hands where I can see them. The voice crackles over the open channel of your suit comms as you near the stranded rig. You slow your approach a little as you move towards the ship, its shape lumpy and skeletal in the distant light of the sun. A warm welcome bodes well for the rest of the job. Bliss shoots you a concerned look. I wonder, is he working hard? I hope he is. You look up at the stranded ship ahead. Clearly they are feeling a bit exposed. We're here to help. Well, I figured that, the voice retorts. Otherwise, I would have put a hole in that shiny rig of yours already. You arrive at the side of the rig, inspecting the damage as you do. Half the hull plating and big chunks of the internal structure seem to be missing, but you have a feeling that this is not what you are here to fix. The airlock opens and you move inside. The interior, all exposed wires and metal framework. The system wheezes and shudders as it cycles. Ooh, a haggard salvager. I love the designs of the citizens. I love the designs of the cast of characters. It's so good. Nothing of value here, so if you're looking to steal something, you're welcome to it. Alma greets you plainly inside the rig. You do the work that's needed, and I'll let you take your haul of the half. Understood. All right then. Her face is as placid and unchanging as a rock. Here's the short end. Engine's cocked out on me, and I'm no engineer. Can usually get her going, but this time no dice. She looks between you and the rest of the crew. Surprised there's so many of you, to be honest. Bliss smiles sympathetically. Sorry about that, but don't worry. I've worked on these engines before. They give Alma a wink. I can handle this. Don't be so sure. Alma leads you towards the engine room. The layout of her rig, much the same as yours. This girl is the sensitive type. You need to know how to handle her. The central corridor of the ship snakes in a way that isn't familiar to you, and you realize this rig is far more heavily modified than your own. Something that becomes all the more obvious when you arrive in the engine room. Rather than the rig's stock engine, a singular block and double turbine with feed lines between, Alma's engine is a mess of piping and feed lines, linking up to multiple raw components, welded into the interior frame of the room. Your eyes widen at the sight. They look like a friendly grandma. I guess so? Been adding to her since I was young. Alma smiles at the chaos. Might look like a mess, but she purrs when she's running. Bliss is shaking their head. Oh, sleeper. They let out a puff of air. This is going to be special. You struggle to tell if they are intimidated or impressed, perhaps a little of both. That's about all of it. Alma gestures to the exploded engine. Get her running and you'll get your haul of the half. What's the haul? Alma glides over to a window set in the side of the engine room and points to the corroded remains of the facility, deep in the asteroid's loose, dusty surface. Then there's the hull. She taps on the glass. As good as a find as I've seen. The hull is a building? Building, and all that's in it. Alma screws up her face. What, you too good for scrapping? By rights, that building is mine. Scrapper's claim. Alma stretches at her mess of hair. But you help me get her running, you are welcome to take what you want from it, up to a maximum 50% of raw mass. That is. We have to extract it ourselves. She looks at you up and down, and you feel the first acknowledgement of you being a sleeper. I doubt it'll trouble one of you. Anyway, you're leaving with nothing, unless my girl here is back in shape by the time y'all done. She folds her arms across her chest, so get to it. You turn back to the engine, your eyes tracing the madness of the interlocking systems. You're starting to have the horrible feeling that this contract is some kind of elaborate joke. Oh boy. Okay, so here we are. Here's the rig. And that's the facility. Okay. Oh boy, so we're not doing engine labor because neither one of us can do that. And Bliss is the engineer, so we're having her do that. Cool. Great. I really wish Homeboy was with us. I don't know why he's not. Ooh, hidden treasures. Okay, so let's see. That brings it down to a 3. I don't like that. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, I'll take it. Let's try it again. Alright, perfect, beautiful. Alright, now let's... Damn, we've already incurred stress. That's good. Okay, we're going back here. Okay, we're ending cycle. Goodbye. Because I ain't fucking with the low dice. No thank you, I'm good. Oh shit, we got good rolls. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. Aww. Okay. Nice. Ooh, we're gonna take damage to our dice. That's okay. Actually, I'll save that for that. Then this. We shall do this. Cool. Okay. Sleepy time, good night. And cycle. God, I really wish we had another person with us. Seraphim. Where the fuck are you? My brother in Christ? Husbanda really abandoned us. How dare he? Ooh, wait. Hold on. We have a 6. Ooh, okay. So definitely by next, we'll have that done. Ooh, we incurred more stress. That was the neutral outcome. I don't like that. Okay, so that means 2 of our dice are gonna be breaking, I believe. Actually, wait, no? So the second, oh, I think it's if we roll a 1 or a 2. I think that's what that means. Okay, but Bliss, you're gonna finish out this. Ideally, you were gonna finish that out. Okay, I guess not. Nice. Beautiful. You all gather and almost ready to see the engine tested. The engine room purrs and chitters. It seems to warm with the sound of the engine and with polyrhythmic vibrations that rattle through the open framework of the interior. You look over to Alma and you see her eyes are closed. A small tremble at the corner of her mouth. You look at the engine, Alma's engine, an object you had come to respect over the past cycles, even if you haven't necessarily grown to love it. It is, as you see it now, a difficult thing to love. Whole parts of it makes little sense, and its oldest systems, though now bypassed and made obsolete by newer additions, still somehow play an integral role you don't understand. It is unwieldy and unnecessarily so, and the accumulation of parts and patches from its long service makes it unsurprisingly fragile. Meanwhile, other sections have been welded and re-welded so many times that they are impregnable and will never be able to replace. It is uncooperative and prone to sudden outbursts of cooling fluid or even fuel. It is restless and will begin to leak when left idle for too long. It is always too cold or too hot, thanks to the coolant and the fuel. It is hard to predict which it will be at any given moment. What? Just fucking get a new engine, Jesus fucking Christ. And yet, despite all this, it is an object you feel close to, that you feel a kinship with, because in the end, you too are an accumulation of broken parts, long outliving their operational limits. You too are a machine that has become a story, and a story that has grown beyond the ability of others to understand it. You look over to Alma again, and Bliss is beside her. You can see they are talking, but with the engine running, you cannot hear them. You watch for a moment, Bliss now patiently listening as, in faltering words, Alma explains something to them. Bliss nods, and then suddenly they embrace, gently and with care. Bliss pushes back, and as soon as the moment has passed, it seems it might not have happened at all. Nothing in the two figures' attitudes betrays the act, and the room seems unchanged. You try to remember if you had seen them speaking before now, but you recall there are many moments when you were not with Bliss. As you watch Alma approach, you realize that engine is not just special to you and that between her and Bliss, it might have been the bridge to a unique kind of respect. That's the job, Sleeper. Alma approaches you from the other side of the room, and you know where the payment is to be found. I believe that brings our business to an end. Unless you have something to add. What brought you here? Scrap tends to bring scrappers to places they visit, she sniffs. I knew there was scrap to be found here. Sadly, I did not know that my engine was about to take a turn for the worst. I appreciate the assistance. You're welcome to take whatever you want from the hangar if you haven't already. You see a knowing shimmer in her eyes. Now I must kindly ask you to leave my ship. As the airlock cycles, you looked across at Bliss and swear you see a tear in her eye. Are you okay? Bliss turns to you as if they forgot you were there. I'm good, Sleeper. Really good. They sniff. This place reminded me of why I do what I do, why I fix things. They look ahead. There's beauty in it. You find yourself drifting away. Oh, that's so sweet, Bliss. I love you. You find yourself drifting away from Alma's rig in a haze of thoughts. It's clear to you at this point that Alma's history is written all over this place, but more than that, well, you can't be sure. The story, it seems, isn't for you. You realize as you gaze at the broken remains of the facility that Alma never took any of her half of the haul. You turn back and squint at the cockpit of her rig. You see that they're looking across the wasteland, still as a statue. It's an image that, as you load into the rig and begin to preparations to depart, will stick with you. One that, every time you enter the engine room of your ship, a room almost identical to the engine room of Alma's rig will leap into your mind. A woman, floating above the wreck of what was once her home, looking for a reason to keep going. Alright, we are gonna take our half. I should have used that there. Fuck. There's a hiss and rush of a stale air that sealed bay. Deep in the facility's tunnels, open for the first time in years. The beams of your suit lamps reach into the dark, picking out waves of dust and debris. They reveal a small bay, big enough for a shuttle, but not a rig like yours. As you glide inside, those same beams catch on the frame of something that sits at the center of the bay. It is wide and flat, with a cylindrical central state section that runs at its length. As you move around it, looking at the sections of the plates and open frame, you realize it is a ship, or at least it was. This frame, filled with rusted components and partially covered with old hull plates, suggests a fast ship, an arrowhead designed to cut through debris and even atmosphere. You float up a little to see into the central cylinder, and your lamps reveal a cockpit outfitted for two people, one sat behind the other. The seats are carefully upholstered, and you realize this was a labor of love. The whole ship, in fact, seems built by hand, a custom model with little function out here beyond looping around asteroids for the thrill of it. Ooh. Looking closer, brushing away the surface corrosion, you see flames painted on the hull plates in curling patterns, the brushstrokes visible even after what must have been years. Oh, they crashed? As you inspect the half-finished ship, a sense of quiet wonder keeping you silent, you notice a glint towards its rear. You approach it and see an engine, all interlocking tubes and flared vents. It is unlike anything you had ever seen, but the holes in its sides suggest it may have never been finished. Those holes are the source of the glint. You reach in and pull out some strange-looking engine components, each pristine and complex. You hesitate for a moment, suddenly feeling like you shouldn't be disturbing such an intimate object. But it occurs to you that nothing would please the person who built this ship more than seeing these handmade components put to use. You secure them in your suit and push away from the ship. As you leave the bay, you turn and take one last look at the treasure inside. It's possible that it never flew, or perhaps it was in the middle of an extensive refit when the place was abandoned. Either way, its flying years have long since passed, and now, with the bay open, it will corrode much faster, melding with the anonymized scrap of this place in mere cycles. You suppress a shiver, and then start the journey back up to the surface, aware of the components dangling at your side. Oh. I have no idea what we got from that, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna leave. You can now travel back to hub. Once you leave, you'll not be able to return. Yeah, there's... we can't really do much with the endure. We don't have enduring people. Okay, do I save? Did we save? We must have saved. Oop. Okay. We are going to... We're gonna quickly do some stuff to get us some muns. We would like some monies. So we're gonna quickly do some stuff to get some muns. And then we shall be done for the night. So just to make sure... Oh, nothing else here. Okay. And then I am gonna go play Dead by Daylight. Is what I am going to do. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. And end cycle. I'm probably gonna sleep. You should sleep. You deserve it. Okay, game saved. We are good. We are all good to go. Yay, we did it. Cool, cool, cool. Amazing. Awesome sauce. All right, so we are gonna raid on out. Let's see. Okay, we are actually gonna go raid on over to Mr. Ian Watson because it's his birthday. So we're gonna go do that. He's grown so much. Not height-wise, like channel-wise. Like, he's grown so much and I'm so happy for him. But it is his birthday, so we're gonna go raid on over to him. As a reminder of the upcoming stream schedule, tomorrow, as of right now, we'll be coming back with some more double exposure. Life is Strange double exposure, to be exact. Friday or Saturday is kind of up in the air. It's probably going to be at least one Dead by Daylight stream. We might do another game as well. And then next Monday, we were going to play a little bit of After Love EP, which is a new indie game released by Fellow Traveler, which I am excited to check out with all of you. But that is upcoming, so don't forget to do the things. Appreciate you all hanging on out for the shorter stream, especially because I had the thingy things of working late. So I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for hanging on out, and I will see you all in the next stream, so tomorrow night. My name is Aaron Gray, Queer Twitch streamer, signing off.